pounds this man has predicted he will not only clothesline a defeat, but in all probability, pile drive. We'll find out.
Yeah, I want you to get rid of him completely for good. Get him right out of the picture.
I need to do my driveway. You can use him as pavement. Flatten him out.
We have enough. Wrestling fans, a lot of action. Stay around. The man that we here in international wrestling refer to as sadistic Steve Strong. Take a look at that powerful body. The man weighs in excess of 290 pounds, possesses 24-inch biceps. He'll be facing the wildest man of professional wrestling. Here now, Abdullah the Butcher, the 450-pound individual from the Sudan. And it's only fitting, folks, because this particular home video is entitled Butchermania. And it is Butchermania when Abdullah will face in this upcoming match this powerful, sadistic, and very arrogant individual, Steve Strong. He hails from Los Angeles, California. As I said, weighs in at approximately 292 pounds. Look at the way this man can move, and look at the body he does possess. Those biceps measure out at 24 inches. The man is a former powerlifting champion. He squats 800 pounds plus. He bench presses in excess of 650 pounds. The man is obviously a very worthy opponent of 450-pound Abdullah the Butcher, who is about to make his way to the ring now. Abdullah the Butcher to face this powerful, sadistic individual, Steve Strong. Is there a forecast you can make?
No, I will not, because I am looking right now at Abdullah and Steve Strong, and they're both opposites of the pole. You look at Steve Strong, well built, well put together, very strong man, as everybody knows. Abdullah might be big, heavy, but one thing that Abdullah's got is the experience, and strength-wise, believe me, folks, he might not have the muscles, the definition of a Steve Strong, but Abdullah, I've been in there with him myself, so I know. I'm talking of experience. He is tough, and Steve Strong will be for the fight of his life.
Yet, I think Abdullah may be in for some of the same, Gino, because sadistic Steve Strong has systematically destroyed virtually every opponent that has come into his path. He shows no mercy ever, and he is obviously an extremely powerful individual. You have to look at the expression on the face of Eddie the Brain Preachman. He looks awfully confident that Steve Strong is the man to do what he wants done to Abdullah the Butcher.
Well, one thing is certain, neither man will back down, so it should be interesting to see who will come out the winner on this one.
Well, this shapes up as a titanic battle, a titanic struggle, as the bell has rung. And the two of them, 450-pound Abdullah the Butcher, facing on, the two of them having locked up in a collar elbow hookup or a referee's position, however you wish to refer to it. Sadistic Steve Strong.
But I wonder why they all have their hands taped. Both men, too. Look at Steve Strong. I've never seen him have his hands all taped up like that. What's he afraid of? Broken fingers or what?
Well, I was just going to say that it does protect the hands in that regard, but also, Gino, I mean, they barred hockey players from taping their hands. The tape, doesn't that help if you want to open your opponent up?
I guess it does, but both of them, I've got their hands taped and the referee let it go at that.
Well, I'm not sure. Was this a taped fist match?
Look at that. He wouldn't go down.
Well, he just did. Another flying clothesline coming all the way across the ring by the big man from Los Angeles, California, Steve Strong. That, Gino Brito, in my opinion, is an indication of the tremendous power and strength possessed by one Steve Strong.
I have to admit it. The way he hit Abdullah that second time, you don't see that too often, Abdullah going down like that, but this time he did. Hit the canvas and hard.
And there's a smirk on the face of Steve Strong, but no more. Oh, two judo chops to the boot, after the boot to the midsection, and Abdullah moving very quickly from at any size, following his advantage into the corner. And was he biting?
He was. Listen, there's nothing to stop Abdullah biting, scratching, hitting him with foreign objects, and he'll do it.
Using his head there, ramming the side of his head underneath the arm of Steve Strong. That's a very tender area. And there he used his headbutt fashion. And a second time on the forehead of Steve Strong when he comes back with a right hand punch, rams Abdullah's head to that top turnbuckle. But really no effect whatsoever even the second time, Gino.
You can be sure of that, Mill. There's no way that you're going to hurt Abdullah ramming his head into the turnbuckle.
Well, the punches to the side of the head, though, that could do the job. Steve Strong throwing his arsenal at Abdullah, and there you can see that Strong's played a little football in his day with those good shoulder tackles to the very ample midsection of Abdullah. And there, look at that, Gino, the strength. Strong with his arms around the midsection and actually lifting up this gigantic individual in a bear hug. Can you believe it?
Well, he did pick him up, but you see the trouble is with Steve Strong right now, he can't get his arms around Abdullah's waist. Abdullah is so thick in the waist and heavy. At 450 pounds, it's not like lifting a dead weight.
Well, that's true, but look at the pressure being poured on by this man, Steve Strong. Look at the effect that it is having on Abdullah the Butcher. I can't believe this.
Abdullah the Butcher right now is suffering, let's face it. He's cutting off, you know, he can't breathe right now. Steve Strong knows where to put the pressure, and that's the only way you're going to beat Abdullah.
You know, it looked to me like Abdullah was uttering a few words in Swahili, perhaps praying to what, I'm not sure what his religion is, but trying to summon up some form of courage.
You'll have to come out of that one. If not, it's going to be curtains for Abdullah. You know, Steve Strong really amazed me in this match because of one thing. He didn't back down from Abdullah from the reputation or whatever, and so far now he's got the upper hand on the match, and if it keeps going, he should come out on top.
Well, right now, unquestionably Strong, he is. Well, maybe not now, Gino, after those 2-3 headbutts. Strong hits the canvas, and the look of almost glee on the face of Eddie the Brain Preachman at
There's a
ringside.
big elbow from Abdullah.
Yes. 1, 2, oh, Strong look at the strength the man possesses.
By the way, I knew he'd get out of that one.
I was going to say...
He's just too big and strong, man.
That there was almost a look of glee on the face of Eddie the Brain Breach when it looked like Strong had Abdullah on the ropes, and that changed so very, very quickly as Abdullah came back. Now, Strong again, with somewhat the upper hand, lays a good right hand in, and a second one, but blocked by Abdullah. And he shows us that the judo and karate moves he has learned in the Orient do work to his benefit as Strong is laid flat on his back on the canvas.
Right, as big as Abdullah is, Bill, you gotta understand, he's got those fast hands. He knows how to use his weight to an advantage, and he can move for a big man, no matter what. I mean, at 450 pounds, the way he can throw those side kicks, those karate chops, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Well, it's obvious here on Butchermania that both Abdullah the Butcher and sadistic Steve Strong equally capable in both dishing out and withstanding tremendous punishment, you know. Look at those clotheslines that have been delivered to, and there's a third by Strong. He stands back, takes a running leap, and lays that clothesline right across the throat of this giant from the Sudan. Here he comes again. Holy cow, how much punishment can Abdullah take?
Still standing, Bill. That gives you an idea how tough the man is.
The elbow across the back of the head. Strong. Now, the forearm across the back. And look at this. Abdullah scooping Strong. He didn't get him all the way up. I think that he just lost his grip, Gino, or he would have had
Well, he's
Strong.
tired. He's weak, let's face it. And he has to pick up 290 pounds.